Yeah, in this video, I'll be talking about finding a substring in a string in JavaScript. Okay, so to do that, let's first of all create our HTML basic structure. Then inside the body elements, I will add script because I'll be using external JavaScript file. So I will link it to my script elements by giving it an attribute of src for source, and then giving it the value I'm giving to the source will be the name of my JavaScript external file. So to do that, I just say index.js. That's the name of my external JavaScript file. Okay, then the next thing I want to add here, I want to add another element. I want to use header1 to display my output in the browser screen. So to do that, I'll say hash1, then give it an ID. You can use class if you want, but I prefer using IDs personally. Okay, then you can give it any name. You can give the ID any name you want. I want to give it a name. Let me say hash1. It's very simple. So now, having done this, now we'll reduce this screen for our HTML. So we'll go to our index.html. Okay, so to do this now, we'll create a variable. The variable, I will call the variable. Let me call the variable. Let me say string because you're working with string. Let me call the variable string. var string. Let me set it equal to a string test, and our string must be inside a double quote or a single quote, just inside a quote. So let me write something like hello hello everyone. Okay, should I say hello people? Let me use hello everyone, and then I'll add some. Let me say hello everyone. Let me remember where I put this sentence so I can. Okay, let me say hello everyone. You are welcome. Let me say you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to our. You are welcome to our page. Okay, let me put comma here and then say. Let me say everyone. Say everyone is welcomed. Is welcomed. Okay, let me say hello everyone. Let me refresh. Okay, it will not show in the page until I link my what is it called, uh until I link my document.getElement by ID. So I will first of all link it so it can connect to this our h1 element, and then to get the ID of this our element, and then display the values or the output of our JavaScript to the browser. So I will now say documents documents yeah documents dot get elements by ID, then open our parameters or parentheses, and then put a quote, the name of the ID, which is hash1. You can see it here, ID hash1. Then say dot inner HTML, and then I will set it equal to okay, let me set it equal to string for so you can see the output. Let me refresh. Okay, you can see that hello everyone, you are welcome to our page. Everyone is welcomed. Okay. uh then having said this, let me just screen it. This is not the main thing we want. We will set our next string. Let's create another variable. So what we just did now, we create a variable called string, and then we assigned this string values to it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now, I want to create another variable. I will now call it should I even do it this way now? Does it really matter? I think I should just doing this now. Will it really make sense now? Let me just say something like, because if I use only string now, how will it look like now? Will it really give me what I want? Let me not do it that way, because I need to set. Let me just create a variable and then use a string dot the method and assign it to one variable. Okay, let me do it this way now. So let me say, so what we are talking about is finding a substring in a string. So to do that, there's a method we normally use. Okay, so what I will now do is I'll create a variable and assign our variable, which is this our variable, and the dot the method. Okay, let me just do that and stop talking. Let me just do that. Let me say let me how will I put it? Let me just say substring. Let me say substring. I think that's the spelling. Substring. Let me use underscore string. You can name this variable anything you want, but if you're following this video, you can do exactly what I'm doing. Substring underscore string. This thing is just the name that I'm giving to what I want to do. Okay, you can give it any name you want. Okay, I will now assign it to will now say equal to the name of this our variable. This our variable that we have assigned this value to. We now say string dot then we'll start by index of, that is the method used in finding substring in string. So we say substring dot index of, yeah, look at it here, index of, then it will now open a parameter. So let me look for what, let me say I have let me look for index of any value here. Let me say index of u, this u now. So I will now put the first substring of this string. Let me say let me type in, let me put it inside a double quote and say something like u. Let's see what it will give us. Then we'll now, what will be displaying in our browser will be the name of this string, the name of this variable, which is substring underscore string. So we'll be displaying it in our screen. So what we'll say now, we'll say substring dot string. That's what we want to do. Okay, now it says C15. That is the index of our variable, our string value. This is a substring. So to count this now, it just take the substring, just the first, it's counting the first value. It's not counting it as a word, but it's counting it by character, like y-u, no, y-o-u. Y is different, o is different, then u is different. So the first substring is this y, which is according to index, it is in index 15. Okay, that is what we are seeing here. So let's count it and see. So count, and remember what I said. I said that string, if you want to get length, like if you watch my string how to get string length, I also said that white space like this, and if you give a space now, it counts as a string. Okay, it counts as a length kind of, and if you are using index, it will count as +1 index. Let me just use that word. Okay, so let me count. Let me say 1 2 3 4 5, this space here 6, then 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, this white space, then this one is now 16. But the reason why it will not be 16 is because we are using index start from 0 to count. So if you want to index it, you count from 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's do it again. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So this is our first substring here. Okay, what if I do something like this? Hello, let me say the first hello, let me put hello here. Let me say hello. You will see it will give me 0 because the first substring, which is this h now, is at index of 0. Okay, then if I say something like everyone, or let me say is here. Look at is. If I say is, what the first substring of is, to give me 53. That is the index of this substring is. Okay, so another method I want to talk about is called last index of. So we'll come to the back of this place. Let me say I'll use uppercase, use last, say last index of. Okay, so I think I should use a lowercase for this n. Let me say n, yeah. Does it really matter? Last index of. Okay, so there's no last index. Let me clear this. Is there any issue? Where is it? showing me what this dot under here. What is this saying? May not exist on type string. Did you mean last index of uh last index of? That's what I meant. Okay, so it's the I'm having an issue because I misspelled something. This you can see inside this we don't know how to illustrate. You can see inside this hint here. It said that I'm having an issue. That's why it's dotted that n. It said that I should use what is it called, uppercase for index, the I for index, so that it will correspond. So what I will now do, I'll come inside there, I'll remove this lowercase and replace it with I. Now it's now fixed. Okay, you can see now last index of let me say something like uh you see this thing I call white space. You see this thing white space, it will give me the last space. If you count this thing now, the last white space here, it will give me the index of it. So we are not doing this white space. What we want to target, let's just target. Okay, now you see this everyone. Now everyone is 2 here. We have 1 and the 2. Okay, let's put everyone and see what happens. Let me lose lowercase. Everyone, everyone. Okay, so you see this everyone. Now let's count this. This is the first everyone. It's supposed to be index of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It's supposed to be 7 here. If we are in index of, no, this is supposed to be lowercase. Supposed to be okay, 6. So minus 1 minus 0 1 2 3. So this thing is supposed to be 6 because we have 2 everyone here. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. No, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the first index of everyone and substring of everyone is this 6. But that new method that we're using, which is last index of. So let me change this thing now to uppercase. Then I will now put last at the back. Then this place now is giving us 44 because this is the last substring here. This everyone. If you have a let's say a paragraph and you have a lot of contents or letters, let's say words that is up to 500, despite that you have everyone, like we are targeting everyone. Everyone is in every page, or we have everyone repeated about let's say 100 times. It will not even give us any of those the index of all those. And once we use last index of, it will locate the last everyone in that whole in that whole paragraph, and then give us the index of it, okay, because it's the last. So that is why it jumped this everyone and then come down to this one and this place and give us index of this one. So let me just, for the sake of this one, let me just add another everyone here. Say everyone. The value will change because it have seen another everyone which is at the last end of the string. So if we count from here now, the first one give us 44 here. So let's count from here now. 44, then 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. You can see that if this 56 is the one that is giving us last, this is the last substring. That's why it's giving us 56. Okay. Now another method I want to talk about is a search method. So to do that, we will clean all these things and replace it with search dot search. Okay, dot search. Okay, yeah. So you can see this one is the sentence dot search. You can see it gives us everyone. It search for everyone. It's just target the first one. You can see that. Let's count to 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this search is the same thing. It works the same thing with index of. It works the same thing. It's almost the same, just a slight difference. Okay, there's another thing with this one. This one is case sensitive. For instance, if I change this thing now to this beginning letter now to uppercase, it will be error. And another thing I forget now, I see this minus one, I remember something now. This minus one now, if I search for anything both in index of, last index of, and in this search, and and there's those word does not correspond to any word within that string, it will give you -1. -1 means that it does not find any word matching what you inputted in the parameter. For instance, before I will enter this, let me also put it. So let me just, I only need to illustrate. Let me say index of. Then you can see, let me put something, a letter. Let me say a word that is not inside here. Let me say something like let me say let me just type gold. Gold is not there. Let me just type gold. You see -1 because it have searched within the string. It does not see anything that is gold, so it is giving us -1. Likewise, if we use last index of last index of let me use uppercase, then last index of, to still give us -1. And then likewise the same thing with search will always give us the same thing. It's supposed to search. Search will also give us the same thing. You can see that. Let me remove this string here. It's supposed to be dot slash. Search equals to, oh, it's supposed to be remove this equals, and then it's supposed to here be string dots. Yeah, you can see it's giving us -1 for the search because it have looked through the whole string here, and it did not see anything like gold. It's giving us minus, showing that the source string does not exist. These things are very, very useful when you are creating some things in websites and all. It's very, very useful in some cases, some places. Okay. So another thing is that this search is also case sensitive. Like let me say I have hello here now. I have the hello here, and if I say something like hello, if I say hello now, it will give me zero. Zero is the first index, which is this first one. Okay, then let me use something like let me say u, this u, let me say u here. You can see it's index 15. Then let me change the first u, the first letter of u, which is this one. Now let me change it to uppercase. This is lowercase. Let me change it to uppercase to give me -1 because is case sensitive. Okay, but in case you do not want it to be case sensitive, that's if you don't want it to be case sensitive, you just want it to uh, uh, whether it's case sensitive or not, you should just look for the word and ignore case sensitive. What you will now do, remove these quotes and then put backward slash here, go forward, remove it, put backward slash, and then put I, yeah, it will still give it, and then which means it has ignored this uppercase and then make use of and still give you the same value because it's no longer strict on case sensitivity. Okay, so having said this, now I think I have wrap it up on um, string substring. Yeah, substring. What's it called again? I think that is finding substring, kind of substring in a string. Okay, substring in a string in JavaScript. Okay, so having done this, I say I think I'll call it a day. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.